Hello, it's me. I'm trying out a new program called ScreenCastify to get you the captain's dog. Let's see if it works out. I'm just going to read a little bit at the moment and hope for the best. All right. April 20th, 1805. We've been held in camp for several days due to severe winds and have taken advantage of our stay by making a thorough exploration of this area. I found a dead person on a scaffold not far from our camp. Lying next to him were several baskets, his tomahawk, the body of his dog, and his sled. The native people often sacrifice the animals that have helped them in life. I explained to C that I didn't think this would be necessary in his case if I should pass on, and for a moment I thought he understood what I was talking about. That's actually a burial passage that was common in some tribes, not all tribes, just like all the rituals that we're seeing and hearing about. You can't say that every native group did all these things, but some put people up on a platform and sort of surrendered them back to the earth. Interesting thing to research is what different cultures do when their people die. We've traveled far enough upriver from the Mandan and Hidatsa villages to see the game increase, which is a great relief to us all. Remember, game is the animals you can hunt. There are a number of dead buffalo along the stretch of river, caught on snags or washed up on shore. They must have fallen through the ice during the winter and drowned. Wolves and other animals feast off their soft flesh, and near one of the carcasses we saw bear tracks bigger than anything I'd like to imagine. Must be one of those grizzly bears, Captain Clark said. Look at the size of that track. And now we're back in the part that's from Seaman's perspective. We'd heard about grizzly bears from the Mandan villagers. The Mandans also called them white bears because when such a bear gets older, the tips of its hairs turn lighter. The Indians and French trappers were scared of them, and it was no wonder. The tracks were huge. Not only this, the bear that had dragged that buffalo a good 15 feet further up the bank in the soft sand. The idea of an animal that could leave a print that deep and move a buffalo that far made the hair on my back stand straight up. I knew right then that I would not like to meet a grizzly bear. I don't blame the Indians for being afraid of them, Captain Lewis said. I wouldn't want to face a bear that size with a bow and arrow either, but we will have no trouble with our rifles. Not so sure about that. It was whelping time on the prairie. The next morning, Captain Clark shot a buffalo. As York gutted and skinned it, we watched a pack of wolves pull down a calf that could not keep up with the herd. The calf's mother came back and tried to defend her pup. She stamped her feet and lowered her head to charge, but this did not frighten the wolves. In fact, the lead wolf jumped right onto her back. She shook him off, but fear had gotten the better of her, and she galloped away and joined the herd without her calf. The same afternoon, while Captain Lewis and I were returning to camp, a buffalo calf followed us. It wasn't much bigger than I am. I think it would have followed us all the way back to camp, but Captain Lewis started laughing, and the sound scared the calf away. I believe he thought you were a buffalo. See? Looks a little bit buffalo-y to me. Captain Lewis said, You're about the right size and shape. Better watch yourself. I'm going to call that good for now and post this. Cross my fingers that it works better than just YouTube did. And tomorrow at morning meeting, I'll ask who saw it, and I'll hope that most of you did. And if so, then I'll continue this way.